Hey everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be checking out Jo Yuri's solo debut, her MV for Glassy. Now I'm really excited to see how this song goes, what kind of concept she came with, and what kind of sound she has brought with, because I absolutely been adoring her vocals, her voice, ever since I really got to know her through Produce, through As One, of course, and now seeing that she's out with a solo debut is amazing. Slowly but surely we are seeing solo debuts by As One members and new musical contents, and the likes of Hyewon doing a lot of stuff on her YouTube channel. But aside from that, I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into. I haven't seen the teasers at all. I believe I only saw the teaser pics, but aside from that, let's just get into it, shall we? All right, Jo Yuri, Glassy, let's go. Ooh, loving the strings here and a bit of bass. Oh wow. Immediately, I'm loving this so far. Okay, it's added some claps here. Where's this going though? Ooh. Wow. She really came with like a pop dance track here that is quite playful with it. Oh my. He's just so adorable, but looking beautiful throughout these scenes. This instrumental and how these verses are going are so fascinating yet satisfying to hear though. Bit of disco elements in this, I've got to admit. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Just with the bass guitar, the bass line that's going on, and the strings that I'm hearing in this with the percussion instruments, just works so well with Jo Yuri's charming voice. Wow. Quick shout outs to Wake One, of course, her label. Wow. First things first, I am just so happy for Jo Yuri to come out with this solo debut of Glassy, this a single I believe that has a track, one B-side tied along to it, and all. Second of all, I feel like this was the right route. in terms of utilization of genres and instruments and elements and concept for Jo Yuri herself to take. And I say that because once I heard, let's say after the intro into verse 2, I felt like, wow, this is just so Jo Yuri herself. It's not like, oh, I knew this before and it's like she's done a solo debut before and she's out with a comeback. No, this, for some reason, feels like this is so Jo Yuri herself. And I think there's a bit of, due to the familiarity of kind of styles she's done with as one, I've got to admit. Flashback to when Eunbi had her solo debut with Door. Amazing, lively, grandioso, jazzy type of track, I've got to admit. That got me reminiscent a bit of what As One has done, not fully, completely in terms of style and sound by any means, but utilizing some orchestral instruments, not too much with synths, and showcasing just the various talents that they possess, you know, how they really deliver themselves, the presence that they hold, how they project their vocals, Eunbi and Jo Yuri that I'm talking about right now, how they come through with the how they present themselves throughout the choreo, you know, quite elegant. Not necessarily full-on fancy by any means, but quite elegant and adorable throughout their own respective scenes in their solo debuts. Now, focusing back solely on my point of this felt like so Jo Yuri, I think what connects to it as well with those elements is her voice. Her voice really shines in this one, I've got to admit. For Glassy, I feel like every time when I hear Jo Yuri's voice, I'm like, yep, that is so Jo Yuri. I don't have to look at the screen to see if it's Jo Yuri or not, because she has such one-of-a-kind vocal color, and her voice is just so charming at the same time, everyone. Wow. Now, to tackle the overall soundscape to Glassy now, I love how she took the pop dance genre with a good amount of disco elements and instruments. And I say that because, like, sure, the tempo and the rhythm that's connected to it, but more so of how the melody is done. The melodies are absolutely beautiful in this particular song, but then we hear there are like disco strings in this. We're here, or disco synthesizer strings in this, or we are also hearing that lively bass guitar, you know. And don't get me wrong, okay? When it comes to bass guitars, what I've found in general in music, bass guitar is not always the most ear-catchy instrument in music. But then you look and see and hear all of the K-pop releases that we've been getting over the months and the last couple of years, the bass guitar can really be a driving factor in any respective song, in this case for Jo Yuri's Glassy. So in this case, I don't think there is any heavy lifting by any means by the production of this song. I know that Inner Child from Mono Tree took part in this. We love to see it, as I do love some of Mono Tree's works, and of course by Inner Child, some of them out there. But there is no heavy lifting done by the production end. There is no heavy lifting done by Jo Yuri, which is really good. There's that really nice ebb and flow from one another. Jo Yuri herself and the overall production in this song called Glassy. What I also really dig was how easy to listen to and soothing and somewhat dreamlike this song really was, and it worked with the overall concept, the scenes that I saw in this music video. So I think everything came well hand in hand. Like, as much as I really adored the likes of the chorus in this song, I thought the great follow-up of the refrain or the post-chorus in this song, the post-choruses that we heard, was a nice la 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 la. It's like done in a prancy kind of manner. And now that I'm realizing that with the strings that I mentioned earlier, various strings, I thought I heard quite a bit of harps used in this to provide that very bright, lively, angelic, dreamlike feel to it at the same time. So I really dig the post choruses in the post chorus to the song. And I think with that being said, the hooks are really well done. They're not like crazy experimental or like, mind blowing by any means, but the hooks really do the job in the song. But the melodies, most importantly, and I've got to admit, verse 2, which I'm gonna have to tackle, and the bridge into the final chorus, of course. So let's get back into this MV, everyone. I am absolutely amazed by this solo debut, and I can totally see myself listening to this song. This is such a beautiful masterpiece by Jo Yuri, for sure. So I'm like I'm like, oh sure, like the sampling, it's 5 o'clock and all, sort of like this cafe-esque, I would say, sampling going on here. But then the laughing was like, okay. See here, a bit of laugh here. Add in some of that 808 bass, not too heavy with it. And la 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 la. I really love how the intro's la la la, which is used in the post-chorus, obviously. So immediately right here, we hear the bass guitar, we hear the plucking of the strings. I love how there's various strings used in this, like the harp, like regular plucked strings, or the matter of fact, like those disco, like icy synth strings that I mentioned earlier. A little bit of the harp there, do you hear that? Wait a second. I didn't even catch that the first time because I was so focused on the sound, the overall soundscape to this song. Huge glass shoes appeared in the center of the city. Okay. Oh, a bit of a meaty there. That's some sort on the right side. The harp there again. Oh, just how she comes through. So bright, Joa, right? I really love how it just comes through and she's able to really express who she is about and all through this, or just a release of so bright. It's just so good. Little bit pause and then some of those claps there. Yeah, I really love the energy and how lively this song is. And just the overall break, la 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 la. It's just done in the certain amount of syllables that you can totally remember how many laws you gotta do to sing along to this song. So I feel like this song is also sing-alongable. It's just that good in terms of its replay value and longevity upon first listen, and now obviously in second listen here. Yep, bit of the piano too. Okay, so this is verse 2, everyone. What I really liked about verse 2 here is brief pause again, right? I love how there's a more so of a groove going on with the bass guitar. Don't stop, don't stop. I just love how it really draws us in. It keeps us drawn in. Yet, even though this is another breakdown of the song, the energy, the liveliness to the song, and how the delivery is so preppy by Jo Yuri herself does not stop. It's relentless. It's ongoing, right? And the camera work on her, so cool. Oh, the chorus is just so good. This moment in the song, oh my goodness, don't even get me started with this part, the section in the song. I just love how it just continues to elevate and elevate this song in terms of how dreamlike it is. And this is what I'm saying about how this got me really reminiscent of what she's done within IZ*ONE in terms of IZ*ONE's concepts that they did, very dreamlike and all. And even her vocal delivery in this moment, very light with it. And like some vocal layering going on in this. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I was expecting some belting of a high note there, but that works, you know? Especially the overall mood and tone of the song. See, even the choreo is quite playful and lively as the song is. The little details with the fingers or the hand gestures that she does in the choreo, so good. And it's shown like this at the very start of the song, too. And it goes to show you, she can really throw on a performance. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and the percussion instruments too got me reminiscent as well. Wow, Wake One, Jo Yuri, everyone else behind the scenes and the likes of Inner Child, gotta give it to them. This is what I said it. I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I'm feeling right now. This is just so Jo Yuri herself, and the overall concept, overall soundscape, the genres that she messed with, the instruments that she messed with, and her being able to show, you know, she doesn't necessarily have to show her high register. Her being able to show her lower register in this goes to show you how multifaceted and talented Jo Yuri is. But y'all, let me know your thoughts about Jo Yuri's solo debut with Glassy now that it is finally here. I think this was well worth the wait. And speaking of Jo Yuri's song Glassy, yesterday at night I was debating, hey, should I pre-order the album? And I did, everyone. I'm so glad that I did. I had my faith in Jo Yuri, and she came and delivered, of course, as she always does. But I'm really curious how that one B-side's gonna go. I believe it's called like Express Moon or something, if I recall correctly. Please let me know if you want to see a review, a lyrics review, or a overall song review to that particular B-side on her single album. I believe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Jo Yuri or any of the members of IZ*ONE, of course. If you want me to start getting into Haewon's YouTube content, be sure to do so as well. Let me know down below. And yeah, I think this is like a really solid debut. I'd gotta give it like a 9 out of 10, I've got to admit. And I think with more listens, easily 9.5 into that 10 out of 10. This is just so up my alleyway in terms of style and honor. And at the same time, I just love Jo Yuri's voice at the end of the day and how she used her lower register in this. But as I also say throughout my videos, be sure to have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. This has been Garrison though, and peace.